Hi, I'm Carly Callahan. Welcome to Spotlight on the Arts, sponsored by the Shoreline Arts Alliance. So good to be back with you today. Fall is in the air, and with fall comes all sorts of phenomenal cultural and artistic activities up and down the shoreline. And today I am so very happy to have with me Eileen Eder and Lisa Hess from the Shoreline Arts Trail. And they are here to talk about the Shoreline Arts Trail, how we might be able to experience being in the studios of some really phenomenal artists, and give you, our viewers, some inside scoop on how to make the most of this magnificent weekend that is coming up right around the corner. So happy to have you both here. Welcome to the program. And Lisa, you, when we first met, you said to me, have I been to one of these events? And I'm embarrassed to say that I have not. Well, I am sorry about that.
This is your year then.
This is my year. I can't wait. And as we begin talking about this, I want to remind everyone or tell everyone that the event this year is November 16th and 17th. So about a month away from right now. And so we have plenty of time to prepare and get to know all about this really great moment that we have to take advantage of on the shoreline. So having never gone, I'm obviously an art aficionado. What is this, and how is this different than just going into a gallery or a museum? We have lots of great opportunities around here to see art, but this sounds like this is a unique one.
This is just the raw view into the artist's working studio.
Mm-hmm.
The first year I did it, I probably took that a little too far. I didn't really do much of anything, and I just said, here's my studio, come in. Since then, I've learned to clean up a little bit, tidy, and be more careful about hanging things. But it really is a chance to just get an insider's view into the way the artist works, rather than in a pristine art gallery where everything is.
So you're seeing the process.
You're seeing some of the process.
That's
and
so
the materials,
important.
and the work tables, and the.
I think that I mean, in all of the arts.
You can see the failures as well as the successes.
Right. So what the impetus for this was did you have friends and family that said that they wanted to see your studio and how you worked? How did this, what was kind of the moment?
I twisted your arm a little.
That could be.
Because I knew Lisa was a good artist, and she was very close by and on the shoreline and had a studio.
Right. And how many years ago was this?
How long have you been
I
doing it?
don't know, maybe 8, because also I did it once and then I took some time off and then I came back, and that's something that I think several of the artists have done. It is something where you can sort of come back and forth, take a year off, come back again. So the roster of artists is always changing a little bit that way too. We're getting new ones.
Right.
And we have a lot of new, really exciting art.
So how did you get from the concept of just going into your studio to growing it to how many artists are on the roster for this year?
There's 39.
Wow.
But originally there was a group of maybe 10 or 12 artists.
And I was not part
That
of the
was
original
19
group,
or so years
so I
ago.
don't know. I
Yeah,
don't really know how
that was before my time also. And they decided there were 2 groups having a little mini open studios, and they decided to combine and make it a shoreline event.
I see.
And I came in probably 10, 11 years ago. I had a studio in New Haven and did the citywide open studios, which is actually going on right now the next 3 weekends. I'll give them a plug because they're great to see too.
That's great.
And so then when I moved to Guilford and eventually got to build my studio here, I now do this event. The last year, it was 10 years, so I took a year break and did showed in New Haven. So it was fun. So I'm back again.
That's
and
amazing.
There are a few years I've done both.
Ooh,
that's
tough.
New Haven
Right.
and this one, because
you're
they're
right.
set a month apart, so it is doable.
So the participant travels from studio to studio and can just kind of casually walk in. Do the artists give presentations or talks, or is it just kind of like what we're doing now, more of an informal Q&A?
I think everyone does their own thing. Some
Mhm.
people might do that, and other people not, just kind of let people wander around.
Okay.
Which is what I tend to do, just let people wander, and if they have questions, I'll answer questions. If they want to be left alone, I leave them alone.
Right. That's incredible. So how big of a geographic reach is?
From Branford to
A map.
I'll show my map.
Visual aid,
So,
I love
so
it.
this is the brochures that are all over every town.
I've seen this.
Library, town hall,
Mhm.
coffee shops, all kinds of places.
Mhm.
And this is it opened up, so there's a map where you can follow, and people are with a dot, and on the reverse, the number on the map corresponds to a picture of their artwork.
Oh, wow.
So you can predetermine who you want to see if you can't squeeze in
Oh, I
all
love that.
39.
Oh, and I see a
So-
lot of them have websites too, so that
They
you can
all, I think everyone has a
preview
website.
or social media or something.
So you can preview
Uh-huh.
there, or you can go to the website, which is here, shorelineartstrail.com, that's simple.
Yep.
And on each artist block, you can just click on the website. So you can see one image and then more work by
Directly
clicking
from this
on it.
website.
So
Going
it's-
onto the website.
Yeah.
Either one will work.
So it's a 2-day event, and I'm looking at this and I'm so excited to go and take my girls and explore. Having never done this before, how many artists could you anticipate seeing in the course of a day? Do people try to tackle, I mean, all 30 seems a little ambitious,
No,
but
probably
like,
too
No, I
much.
think you have to probably
Pare it
choose
down.
And
Yes.
people will choose to like see Branford one year and then Guilford and
Yes.
I
Madison
see.
another year or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that, unless they have favorites.
Okay.
And so it all depends on what they want to do.
Right.
I have a kids table set up, and kids absolutely sit down and start working away while their parents are looking around. I usually have a couple of pieces
That's a
in
great
progress.
idea.
right.
And if people want to ask questions, and they do ask a lot about materials. They're in awe of my buckets of brushes.
I bet. Well, it's fascinating because
Yeah.
as we talked about in the beginning of the conversation, we see the result of the process, but not the process itself. And it
Yeah.
seems like visual art is a relatively solitary process.
Yes.
And how wonderful to
is.
be able to open that up so that people understand. Like, I have no idea how long it takes to create something like this. So I have a million questions for you as artists, and I'm so excited that you're providing a place for people to have the conversation, because I think that leads so much to the appreciation of the form. So when you go into the studios, are you able to purchase the art, or is this just a look-see?
I think most artists are
everybody has
anxious
stuff.
to sell some work.
I
Maybe
see.
not everything is for sale.
Right.
But yes, I think in almost all cases, sales are welcome, more than welcome.
Absolutely. But people will also come and look. I don't know if it's happened to you, but I imagine it would. Where people have come and looked, and then about a month later, I'll get a phone call. They had something on their mind, or they want to do something for the holidays as a special gift, and they'll come back to look, which is also totally welcome. So
I
now
love
Lisa and
that.
I are both painters, but
Uh-huh.
this is Jane Crowley's glass work. She does
beautiful.
stained glass. She's currently redoing all the windows for the church in Stony Creek in her
Oh,
studio,
really?
which is very cool. There are jewelers, there are potters, sculptors, so
It's
there's
everything.
a huge range
It's everything.
of things. And also you should know that people are juried in. You can't just do it.
That
You
was my
have to
question.
apply,
So
because we want to keep the level
right.
up.
So this is
We
the
wanna-
type of event where you are assured that if you're going to these studios, you're seeing a certain level of quality and curation, which is
Yes,
phenomenal.
we want it to be worthwhile for people to take the time to do this.
So for the artists out there, how would you go about if you're interested in participating in years going forward? The website,
The
contact
website
us.
has a membership section, how to become a member and how to apply, which happens in March, April.
Yes, in the spring.
And
Okay.
so you just sort of send in images and fill out a little information, and
Yes,
then it
and then
goes through a
someone will
committee.
contact you, and, yeah.
That's great. Now, could you walk us through a little bit some of these beautiful pieces? I walked into the studio, and as people who are used to watching the show can probably imagine, it's usually just a very plain backdrop and us, and we try to make it as visually engaging as possible, but today was a delight because I walked in and I saw these beautiful pieces. So could you tell us a little bit about the pieces
Well,
themselves?
let's start, you wanna
Start over here.
with your
Well,
piece,
I'll
Eileen?
actually start with this.
Yes, that's
Because
important.
as you're on the road,
Yes.
that weekend, November 16th, 17th, you're gonna see these signs all over. And they're directional signs for that it's like having an open house.
Right.
It's an open studio, and
Yes.
so people can follow the signs, and people do. They just see the signs and go for it.
Mhm.
Down below here, on the floor there,
Is another sign.
that's at everyone's actual studio.
Okay, so that's how you know you're in the right place.
So it helps you to find it, yeah.
So you don't have to worry about knocking on someone's door and having it be the wrong address, because that would be quite embarrassing, right?
No,
So
you'll know.
you have
Look
this
for
to
the
get you to
signs.
the right turn, and this to tell you that you are in the right place.
And there's usually several people at
Uh-huh.
any given time at each place.
Great.
So it's not, so
It
you'll
can be
notice.
funny in Stony Creek where when there's a lot of artists, there's so many arrows pointing every which
That's
way.
That's so great. That's a
That's
sign of a great community, right? When you've got a lot of arrows.
You can walk through there, that is great. So
And then you're painting.
I brought in two pieces. One is a still
I
life.
love that.
That's a little 12 by 12 oil painting. This, as I said, was by Jane Crowley, a glassmaker. This is Lisa's
Yes.
painting.
Of
And-
the Stony Creek Trolley Trail.
That's
Stony Creek.
Lovely.
That's true, perfect. And over on this side, I'll let you go point to
Okay,
these.
so
On the
this,
bottom is,
This is your painting,
that's,
Eileen.
those big giant
Hammonasset.
rocks on Hammonasset.
Yes.
Meg's Point, yes,
Yes,
yes. those
absolutely.
big, monolithic
Gorgeous.
blocks, which I've done several pieces of
Mhm,
before. It's
mhm.
great.
This is a figure painting.
Mm-hmm.
A girl in
Beautiful.
a famous blue nightgown, made famous by me.
I love it. That's beautiful as well. These are spectacular, spectacular pieces.
So you do mostly still life and landscape, yes?
Yes, and
And still
mostly
figures.
plein air.
Okay.
Mostly plein air and still life. I mean,
Okay.
I live in New England. I better
Right.
have something where I can be inside and outside.
Right, and we have so much
But I'd love
inspiration.
to be outside.
Yeah. Oh my
So I have a
gosh.
lot of paintings around the
Right.
water. I've been doing a lot of boats this
Right.
summer, so
Right.
it's fun.
And what is your general?
Well, I do some landscape,
Mhm.
but I'm more interested in the figure, typically the
Mhm.
figure in interiors and sometimes in exteriors.
Oh.
My more recent work is
That's
the figure outdoors.
and is the models someone from your imagination or a person?
Usually a combination
Uh-huh.
of those things, but
Uh-huh.
almost always with the same blue nightgown.
That's really that's your signature.
Exists. the
Really?
actual nightgown.
Really, that's so fascinating.
It's become a shred now, but it's still there.
But it's the inspiration, and it will live on forever in all of these
Yes.
various pieces.
Yes.
And a reminder to our listeners that this is just a small representation of so
Yes.
many of the different forms, you
This is
know,
everywhere
jewelry
in
and pottery and metalworking and, you know.
we have a kaleidoscope artist this year.
Where's that?
Right here.
Oh, that is really neat, on
That's
Church
very cool.
Street.
So very different things that you can see for sure.
Now, if people want to support this program, do you have fundraisers? Do you accept donations? How is this funded?
Support the artists.
Yes, is that the best way?
Primarily, yes.
We
support the
we
artists.
are all independent and we are
We
all
pay
members.
dues
We pay
to keep
dues
it running.
to
Okay.
pay for everything.
But
And so it's
We do have some sponsors.
It's true. We have 10 sponsors, which is wonderful. They're on
And
this
they
left
are-
side.
But we are always
Yes, I see.
welcoming new sponsors, but they get the benefit of the
The new artists and craftsmen
Great.
shop in New
Yep.
Haven and home restaurants.
Mix, love
and,
them. Right.
yes.
Zippo 6.
Zippo Six,
Wall Street. Great.
Friends and Company, Wall
Great.
Street.
Great.
They've been long-term wonderful supporters.
So you really can make quite a day of this. I mean, you know.
Oh, it's
a
fun
weekend.
because
It's like, yeah.
these places also have little specials. So
Right.
that weekend you can get 10, 20% off,
That's
whatever.
fantastic.
So it's, and that is also, the details are also on the website.
So that website, just to remind everyone again, is Shoreline Arts with an S trail.com, and that is your go-to for being able to map out your weekend of being able to get this incredible insight into the process that these wonderful artists are going through in their day-to-day, and the manifestation of their incredible work with pieces like these and pieces that are on here. And you certainly, I would imagine, maybe finding your own treasures to potentially bring home, or just, you know, these memories and moments of being able to see an artist at work, which I think is truly truly a spectacular thing. So thank you so much.
One other thing that,
Yeah.
because you mentioned sales, and I did want to mention that because it's close to the holidays, I have learned over the years, and I know you've done this too, to have a range of price items.
Oh,
So
that's true.
you and
That's
I
true.
have
I have
both
done
been doing
prints and things.
prints,
Yes.
digital prints, so there's something affordable, there's something in every
Right.
price range.
That's
rather-
really good to
some
know.
of the-
Especially when the jewelry to pottery and
Mm-hmm.
in the crafts, there's a wide range. So.
Yes.
Right.
And the
Okay.
kids get into it too.
Right.
the same
So
way.
for those with kids, emphasizing that kids
Yeah.
are invited and welcome.
They're welcome.
I think that that's so important too, because often, you know, we're
Oh, no,
afraid
it's
to.
great to have
Yeah,
families
you've
come
got,
through.
you're developing the next generation of artists too,
And they
right?
ask the best questions
Yeah.
sometimes too.
I bet.
Or the most direct comments.
Keep
They
you on your
really
toes.
just
Yeah.
Tell it like it is.
That
Or
is
they-
really
Or they
great.
ask if I can sell their drawings that they've done there.
That's fabulous. Well, Eileen and Lisa, thank you so much for
Thank you,
being on the
Carl.
program
Thank
today.
you.
It's been a pleasure having you. I hope to see you out on the trail November 16th and 17th. I will certainly be out there. Hope to see you out there too, and hope to see you on the next episode of Spotlight on the Arts. Thanks so much for joining us.